morning from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Friday. It's been a few days since I've done a video because it's been raining. It has been raining. It is a little after noon, a little before noon, somewhere in there. And it stopped raining, the sun came out, and so let's just do a garden tour. It's, I don't know, 80 degrees, slight breeze. We are supposed to get more rain this afternoon, so who knows what'll happen there. But, yeah, garden tour. But Jeff, you didn't plant a garden this year. Nope, I didn't plant a garden this year. Too busy doing other things. But that's not going to stop me from enjoying what is growing voluntarily. So let's take a look. I am here on the northern border of my property. And look what we have in here. All kinds of, these are black-eyed Susans. Something like that. But yeah, these are very cool. Let me zoom in. Very nice. And they're growing all along my... well, not all along, but pretty good around the fence line in here. Yep, very cool. And then I also, this isn't on my place, but I gotta show you this. That's butterfly milkweed. Very cool. I need some of that growing over here. I'll try to get to it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out here just right behind the chickens. So yeah, a lot of these, well, they're yellow flowers with like a brown, oh yeah, a bunch of little butterflies, and then all this white, all these white flowers with the yellow center. These are nice. They're very complementary to these, which those little butterflies seem to be loving. Very cool. Alright, let's move along to, oh, I gotta show you this. Yes, I have to show you this. This is a Mullen plant. M-U-L-L-E-I-N. And this one is flowering. Should I come back and collect seeds and spread the wild mullen of Bobblehead Homestead? I don't know. But it's an interesting little plant. Nice little flowers on it. Oh, it won't focus. With the milkweed right behind it. So yeah, I didn't plant a garden, but I've got all kinds of stuff growing. And there are some pokeberries getting ready to develop. We've got these little yellow flowers. I have no idea what those are. They're cute. Plenty of those growing along in here. Now I am out here by the lane, and those are daylilies. We'll get to them in a minute. But if I did plant a garden, this would be the area. People brought me gifts of plants, and so we tried to do a little bit of planting in here. I've got a video. I'd have to go back and check it out, but so I'm not sure which is which. That is a pepper, and it's got a little bloom on it. Not doing too bad. There's another pepper. Not doing too bad. There's a pepper. That one looks to be doing pretty good. It's got a flower on it. It might be developing. So that's pretty nice. Let's see. A lot of weeds in there. Curly dock and other stuff. That is a pepper. That looks like it's doing okay. And then we've got a tomato. Yeah. Not too bad. I've lost a few of the tomatoes that were planted, it appears. Let's see. That, whatever was there didn't make it. There's a little pepper not doing all that great. Fifi photobomb, Fifi photobomb. There's a pepper. All right. Another pepper. Let's see. Then I know there's a tomato there. There's a pepper. There's another pepper. And there's a tomato. So who knows? I might get something out of this. I just haven't had the time to put into, you know, this kind of stuff. And so if it grows, that's great. Although these are, you know, those fresh wood chips I got delivered, so stuff does not do very well in fresh wood chips. It takes a year. I don't know. I tend to believe it from what I'm seeing here is that let those wood chips age for a while and they'll be cool. All right, now the daylilies. These are just going gangbusters. Now these blooms only last for a day, and I've been getting this many blooms for, I don't know, at least a week or so. But yeah, very cool daylilies. I counted them almost every day last year, and I bet I got more blooms on a daily basis this year. They're doing cool. I've got another patch of them too, but whatever. Grumpy photobomb. I almost didn't see you there, dude. Sorry. That is a gooseberry with the little thorns on it that Papa Pepper sent me, the gooseberry, and this is right under the peach tree. So yeah, I'd like to get all this weeded and mulched with those wood chips, and yep, about a million things I want to do. I'm getting to stuff a little bit at a time. These are dahlias that I planted last year from seed, so should be bulbs down there, and I really should weed around them and, you know, give them a better chance of being successful. But I've already had one flower bloom, and it looks like a few more buds are on the way, so that's very cool. These are gladiolas, and some of them bloomed last year, and it looks like, uh-oh, where'd it go? Yeah, there's one getting ready to bloom. 2, 3, yeah, you can see these buds. There are a few of them. So they are getting ready to bloom. Not bad for the gladiolas. Alright, that tall dude sticking out at the end of the cardboard here. That is a volunteer sunflower. And it's not very tall, but looks to be doing pretty good, pretty healthy, multiple buds on it. I hope it hurries up and blooms because, you know, there might be more heavy equipment coming through here at some point. You just never know. But yeah, lots of sunflowers. There's a, yeah, small one there. But just a lot of sunflowers, and these are all volunteers. They're doing all right. You can still see some of the wood chips going down there, but that's where the row of daffodils were. And last year I planted a row of zinnias in there, and I also threw in a few sunflowers. So there we've got another sunflower. And I did. I saw a little zinnia. Oh, there are a few of them. Yeah, see that little pinkish flower? And yeah, these are all zinnias. Lots smaller. Wait, is that a zinnia? That's not, I don't know what that might be a zinnia. Anyway, volunteer zinnias from last year. Another sunflower. Some more sunflowers. And as I look around, there's a bunch of little zinnias in here. So, cool. These blanket flowers, they're putting out some nice blooms. It looks like I got 3 or 4 plants of them maybe. Yeah, I think I put those seeds down last year and they didn't do anything, but they're growing this year, so I am enjoying the blanket flower. The Papa Pepper raised bed. Goji berries are, yeah, they're a little yellowish, so I should probably do a little bit of fertilizing. Looks like the Malabar Spinach is there in the back. Looks like a few of those are doing really well. And then I don't know, are those, I don't remember. I have to go back and watch the video. Nest egg gourds. Did we throw some of those in there? But yeah, here's another garden that was planted for me. And then you can see the orange in there. Those are more daylilies. Those I would like to relocate and make that row out front bigger. But yeah, I'm getting to it. And that's you know, it's been suggested, well, why don't you just get a mower and mow all this down? Well, I got too many rocks to use a standard mower, so I have to use a weed mower and you know, trimmer, string trimmer type deal. And I got tons of volunteer stuff. So what's it, you know, what's the harm of not mowing? Nothing. Nothing. There's no harm. So I'm just letting stuff grow, and I'll get to it next year or this fall or over the winter or something. Okay, now I'm down the hill from my cabin, and oh, look at there, cosmos. I planted tons of cosmos. Look at there, more cosmos. Another cosmos. That's a cool little yellow with orange highlights. And we got a yellow and an orange one there, and yep. Oh, yeah, some cosmos over here. This is not the area where I planted them, though. But everything's been bulldozed and pushed around, and so I can understand that. The thing about these cosmos is, see, this is a cosmos right here, and you can see the leaf pattern. Well, let's look at this one next to it. They look very similar at first glance, but that one is, you know, thorny, but it looks very similar to a cosmos. So they can be harder to tell apart until they get bigger. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, some nice cosmos in here. So, yeah, volunteers. Oh, and I see volunteer zinnia right there. And I don't know what this stuff is that looks like cosmos, but I got a ton of it. It's growing everywhere. But yeah, another volunteer zinnia down here. Oh, two more. See, it'd be no fun to just mow all this and miss all these volunteer plants, right, Bob? How you doing today, Bob? You enjoying being out now that the rain has stopped? Okay, you see all that bluish stuff there? I had some bags of wildflower seed mix, and I tried some of those last year. So a few days ago, right before it started raining, I decided to throw a bag of that wildflower seed mix down here where it's bare ground because we just put in the drainage. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see if I get any wildflowers this year out of that. It's kind of late, but there's plenty of growing season left. Hey, there's that little rose bush. Drew found that when he was weed eating out here a little while ago. Bob photobombed. I didn't even know that little rose bush was there last year, but cool. Something else I can look forward to in the future, seeing what it does. Looked like little blooms. I didn't catch them when they were fresh blooms. Maybe next time. Alright, this is a tall stand of weeds, for lack of a better term, and I have no idea what this is. Anybody? It's got 5 leaves, and wow, look at that bug. Hey dude. That's interesting. So, yeah, let me know if you know what this is. I have no idea, but it's I don't know, 7 feet tall and providing me a little bit of privacy. So, oh, there's another one of those bugs. Yeah, I don't know what these bugs are either. Little yellow on their antennas. These are the end pieces of lumber that Pine Knot Family Farm brought down, and I have not worked on anymore on the raised beds. I'm just not planning on anything growing in there for this year. I just want to be prepared for next year. But yeah, I can use those as to put it along the top and, you know, give it some support, and yeah, these will work good for that. There's another little pink zinnia growing out from under the lamb's quarter. Oh, and I see some big leaves. These are Canna Lilies. Yeah, those were Canna Lilies there last year. And hey, there's some white caterpillar hanging on to the end of that Cosmos imitation plant. But yep, there's a patch of Canna Lilies in here. I guess that would be one good reason to try to weed it. Grumpy, how you doing, Grumpy? Meow. Find a nice shady spot. There you have it, a tour of the worst garden on YouTube. Would that make that the worst garden tour on YouTube? I don't know. But probably the least amount of work put into a garden. Not much else to report. I've just been taking it easy as much as possible. I'm not one to complain a lot, but I'm still recovering. Man, I was just worn out there for a few weeks and could hardly do much at all. And I'm starting to feel better on that front. Well, I'm not starting to. I definitely am feeling better on that front. Not back to where I used to be, but I'll get there. So yeah, just lots of naps. Lots of sorting through stuff to see what's going in the tiny cabin, what's not going in the tiny cabin, what I can, stick in tubs. And so that's all that kind of busy work. I'm just not filming that. And yeah, no more work has been done on the trim and everything inside the cabin, but I've got a plan in place. That's something else I've been doing, is taking measurements and figuring out what supplies I have on hand, and then trying to figure out what supplies I still need, and coming up with a budget for those supplies. And yeah, a whole lot of planning on that front. And something else I've been doing is just standing around looking out the windows while it's raining and dreaming of the future. I have to catch up. You dudes you're fast. You're moving me right along. So I'm doing some more dreaming of the future. How am I going to tackle the well house? Am I going to put a washer dryer in there? It's already going to have water because the well's in there, and the well needs electricity. So if I already have water and electricity, why not use that? So I'm figuring out what the deal is going to be on there. And then this land that was cleared when Pine Knot Family Farm, what am I going to do in that area after there's still tons of trash on the floor? I mean, those heavy machinery can't pick up individual pieces, so there's still a lot in there. And lots of broken glass and broken plastic and just junk. So I don't know that I'll do much with that area as far as gardens and chickens goes. But what that can be is that can be a road up from my driveway up to a vacation yurt. High up on the hill, a vacation yurt. So I'm dreaming of stuff like that, and trying to catch up with where I am. There's still a billion things, my garden. That is, it'd be great to get that done like today so I can start planting stuff in it for, harvesting this year, but that's just not realistic. So I'm not in any hurry on that. And, this year turned into the improving my living situation year instead of trying to make enough to survive. Thankfully, YouTube has been good to me, and all my new friends and supporters on YouTube, they've been good to me. So I haven't had to worry so much about, bringing in the income to survive out here. So luckily, I've been able to focus on improving my living situation so that in the future, I can really tackle the gardens. And man, that if not a vacation yurt, vacation tiny cabin out front here, that's something I'm seriously dreaming about sooner rather than later. I'd have to run electric and water to it and stuff like that, but that I'm also dreaming, okay, once I got vacation stuff, I'm thinking, well, like my college buddies, they're not into the whole composting toilet situation. So, in fact, and I was talking with Levi from Pine Knot Family Farm when he was here about a good location for the septic, and it would be on the other side of the mobile home. So yeah, there's the cabin. And see, in that direction, that's all downhill. So that's not going to be a good place for a septic. But this area back in there where it's already trashed up, and so that's where I'm thinking septic might be going up in there. And then the vacation yurt. Yeah, this canopy thing already busted. So I'm just leaving it up, seeing, I don't know. Anyway, yurt would be up there, on top of the hill. And then I could do my a little tiny cabin right here, where that would be the front of the cabin facing Mount Magazine. And so that's my idea with that. But yeah, lots of dreams. Let's get you turned back around here like this is some type of live show or something. So yeah, I'm still doing lots of dreaming, but mostly taking it easy. Lots of naps. In fact, one day I just got so exhausted, I slept for like a 5-hour nap. Then of course you can't get to sleep that night at a normal time. And so then that just snowballs, and then you're, you know, you're sleeping from 4 a.m. to noon or something like that instead of when you should be. And so I've been going through that for the past couple weeks, and now all the rain the past few days, and I've needed it. I've needed a break, and I will stop rambling now. So thank you for putting me in a wonderful position where I can dream more, and because I've already realized some of my initial dreams. All right, with that, thank you. Hope everybody has a great weekend. More rain in the forecast, so I don't know, it might be 3 or 4 more days till my next video. That's just how it goes. I might pop on for a live show during the daytime, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know how that'll work. Oh, tomorrow morning, 8:15, Searching Sabrina. Searching Sabrina, 8 a.m.-ish, is going to do her first live show. So I haven't moved, that's one thing, I haven't moved my alarm clock from the mobile home into the tiny cabin yet. I have not wanted to move my alarm clock. I hate waking up to alarm clocks, but I might have to set my alarm clock for tomorrow morning. But yeah, Searching Sabrina, very supportive, great, nice, kind, wonderful family. Met them at the Shindig, and they're starting on their YouTube journey. Raised beds, doing things similar to what I want to do, so I'll be interested to see their developments. And so yeah, that's my shout out for today, is Searching Sabrina and her live show tomorrow morning. And oh yeah, oh, Carol Burnett flew over the fence. That's weird. Did you hear that sound? That every time one of the hens flies over the fence or flies back into the fence, they make that sound. I don't know. Pretty cool. Okay, enough of that. Take her easy. What? I didn't mean to scare you. Doesn't look like cows eat milkweed. Oh yeah, a couple more things real quick. I ran into Ann from Ann and Andy's Homestead at Walmart the other day. That was cool. I was leaving, and then she was coming in and parked right next to me in the parking lot, and yeah. And they've got a nice video on dewberries. They went out picking wild dewberries, and I found a few dewberries growing in here, so that was interesting to learn more about the dewberries. So you might want to check out their channel. And I had another fan stop by. He stopped by before, but he is in the area once in a while and stopped by wearing a bobblehead Homestead t-shirt. So here's a selfie pic I got with him, and I'll see you guys next week. Take her easy. Say goodnight, Bob and Fifi, or Bob and Grumpy. Yeah, that's Grumpy. What's up, Grumpster?